Good morning. I hope you had a fabulous weekend. I hope you're listening to this on Monday. And I'm going to tell you a little bit about this week, the three main things we're going to do this week, right? Um, and then for you, Group C, who's watching this, the people at home and their computers, I'm just kind of let you know right now how that's going to happen for you. All right. So the first thing we're going to do this week, and the first thing you're going to do, hopefully, is this assignment right here, mitigation. And that is, you will be reading chapter 10. And chapter 10 is called mitigation. If you're not familiar with that word, mitigation is the action of reducing the severity, seriousness, or painfulness of something. So in this chapter, we continue to follow Bryan Stevenson and his work with the EJI, Equal Justice Initiative, in prisons and find out kind of an additional story and many additional stories about prison, correctional officers, trauma, the foster care system. So as you read chapter 10, you're going to add two more entries. I spelled that wrong. I got to fix that. Two more entries into your ethos, pathos, logos chart. So that's the chart you worked on last week, and you were supposed to turn it in last week with 6 entries. So today you're going to add 2 more entries onto that. So when you turn this in this week, this assignment, you'll have 8 entries, so a total of 8 entries so far. And if you need audio, if you like to listen to the author read it along, here is chapter 10, and you can listen to that. Okay? So that's the first of 3 assignments you're going to do this week. So I'm going to look over here at our Group C schedule while I kind of tell you how you're going to do these. So you just got the first assignment, mitigation, and that is completely on your own. You're going to read that chapter on your own. You're going to do those ethos, pathos, logos journal entries. You just find 2 examples in chapter 10, and you're going to turn that in. Hopefully you get that done today. Maybe it takes you a couple days. That's okay. So that is your first assignment. The second assignment we're going to do this week is actually our first assessment. So we're going to learn about that on Tuesday. And what that's going to be is you are going to use what you have learned with ethos, pathos, and logos, and you're going to write a letter. It's a fundraising letter on behalf of either EJI, the Equal Justice Initiative, or an organization of your choice. And we'll talk about that on Tuesday. How do you do that? How do you include? I have a template for you to use. So that will help you in, meeting the needs of the assessment. So you have the chapter that you're going to read. Then Tuesday, we'll talk as a class about our first assessment. You'll work on that Tuesday and Wednesday. I will be here if you need help. As a reminder, all assessments, well, anything, but all assessments you can redo if you don't like your score or if you want to learn more, which is the goal. The third thing you're going to do this week is kind of fun, kind of writing, which is also fun. So the third thing we're going to do this week is a hexagonal writing project, not a project. So you're going to pick some words that we have talked about so far. Some are people we've heard about. Some are terms that we've learned so far in our exploration of what is justice to us. I'm going to give you a bunch of terms, and you are going to pick a couple and then decide how those terms relate and write about it. So the Thursday assignment should be not as work heavy since you have an assessment this week, but will be really you kind of grappling with how all of this connects. Okay, so those are your 3 assignments this week. Read chapter 10, add to your ethos chart, an assessment on Tuesday that you'll have a couple days to complete, where you're using ethos, pathos, and logos to convince your audience to donate to your organization. and then a creative writing exercise, I'll call it, with the hexagonals. All right, so those are going to be your 3 assignments this week. So you kind of know where we're going. And I hope it's a good week for all of us. I will see you on Tuesday. And if you can get chapter 10 read by then, that would be great. But if not, the sooner the better. Let me just say that. Everyone will read it at different times, as you know. But I think the more you know for Tuesday, the better. You'll have more information to include in your letter. So get that assignment done, mitigation when you can, and let me know if you need any help with anything. And I hope you have a great week. I'll see you soon.